There's a Dune tabletop RPG.
Sure. There's a
I
Star
just
Wars one too that's just kind of doo-doo.
I'm just noticed on the Roll20 homepage, you see D&D, Pathfinder, Call of Cthulhu, and then you see Dune and Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Cyberpunk I understand, but I didn't know about the Dune.
I've been reading through that book for the first time, and it's awesome.
The Star Wars one
I
is
saw the movie.
the Star Wars tabletop RPG is you either have to do a team with all Force users or a team with no Force users because there's just a huge discrepancy. Like non-Force users are not even remotely as close as powerful, which they are in the actual universe. So, Anywho,
I am ready. I just haven't typed it. I have one arm right now.
okay. Yeah, my dog's on the bed. Okay. So when we last left our heroes, you guys had made your way to the Craftsman's Guild, by way of meeting with Eric, Hammerhand, and Master Darius, something or other. I can't remember what I said his last name was. But you went to their shops, the Burnt Forge, to meet Eric, and you killed some rats and saved his business, basically. And you, after that, he took you to see his master, which happened to be invaded by the demon lord that had been released from hell. And it seems like the demon lord wanted the Master Darius to make him something. After Grazd left, you guys had a conversation with Master Darius, and he told you what Grazd wanted. After that, you were like, "Oh, that's probably a bad thing for a demon lord to have," and ended up heading to the Craftsman's Guild to basically help Master Darius explain the situation to the Senate of Craftsmen. Um, when you got there, Squib decided to pull out the mask, his favorite mask, one more time, and he failed the wisdom save and put it on. It turned out it was cursed, and he's now dealing with that problem. You guys attempted to deal with that problem by polymorphing into uh, a bronze dragon whelpling, which is what you were told you needed the blood of to remove it, because they're the lawful good. They're the lawful good dragon, and anyway, that didn't work. But good try, good thought. After that, you decided that you hadn't told Benjamin what was going on, that Graz had been released yet, and so you prayed to him and told him, and then he immediately traveled halfway across or all the way across the country and showed up and was like, "What do you mean there's a demon? There's a demon prince, demon lord on the realm now?" After
By the
that,
way,
he showed him the book, and he was like, "Oh wow, this is very bad." And after that, you tried to show him the mirror that you stole, and it turns out that it was a mirror of something that allowed Grazd to communicate through the mirror. And so now he knows that you guys have the book, and he knows that have a celestial on your side, and that's basically where we left off. Master Darius did talk to Benjamin about crafting that dowsing rod type of thing, and it seemed like what he needed was a pretty big ask. So that's kind of where we left off. You guys were going to go talk to the. All this happened in about an hour. You were heading to talk to the Craftsman Senate, and yeah. So
we
that's
haven't
where we're
even gotten to the revolution yet.
at.
What was the item Darius needs for the dowsing rod?
He
I think wasn't it like an angel's halo or something like that?
Piece of a celestial's crown.
yeah, basically an angel's halo.
And Benjamin, I'm assuming, doesn't have a halo.
But you also don't know what a crown of the celestial is, or of
Oh,
a celestial.
Squib's just sitting here going, "Oh, why not just give him your hat? That doesn't sound like a big deal."
Well, what do we do now?
Yeah.
That was,
what,
that was
oh well. I think we have to go talk to the.
Well, we
Guild
have a
runners.
meeting with the Senate here in a short time, as Master Darius quips in.
Man, these NPCs are really helping us out. Side note, my wife teaches 8th grade. They're having a problem in their middle school right now of kids bullying each other, calling each other NPCs.
So funny.
Anyways,
Funny.
and
That's
and
a big problem.
Huh.
The children on my bus keep making fun of each other and saying each other like they keep saying that they look like the Mona Lisa.
bro.
Like I'm like that. How is that an insult? I don't
You don't know
understand.
if they're a man or a woman.
Is that what it is?
I don't know. That's what
Oh.
I would. If I called someone that, that's what I would think.
Anyway.
don't know.
Anyways,
Anyway, back to
Children
D&D.
don't make any sense.
Rog called Darius an NPC.
He is.
Darius, do you want to keep that thing a secret from the rest of the Senate?
I'm sorry. The what?
Your predicament.
Oh, with no. The whole reason we called a meeting was to tell them.
Oh yes, my bad. Okay. Please do not mention Benjamin.
I will not. Yes, that would be your secret to reveal.
Yes. Much appreciated.
so how much time do we have until our audience with the Senate?
As much time as you really want to, kind of. The timeline was an hour, but that was only just. I was going to fast forward if you guys didn't have anything to talk about, and then you did a whole bunch of stuff in between. So, however much time you want to spend doing stuff, we can go to that, or you guys can do more if you think you need to do more.
I'm fine with going
Good
to
to
the
go.
Senate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Rog, Loudon,
Hmm?
you were gonna were you saying you were gonna go somewhere?
No, I said I'm good to go.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said I'm gonna go, and then I cut you off.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go. You guys
I'm gonna
enjoy
go.
enjoy the plot.
I
See
think.
ya.
Well, we already had that happen with 2 people.
Sad.
Oh.
So I think you guys had decided to leave Squib here,
Yeah.
because he is
Yeah.
now cursed with a mask he cannot remove.
Yeah, I think that's for the best.
That's gonna kill him eventually.
Eventually, yeah, you have a couple weeks before it kills you.
You're a tough,
Okay, yeah.
You're a tough boy.
What's going to be great is
True.
his max HP is going to go down every time he loses a Constitution.
Yeah, every time my Constitution goes down by 2, I'm gonna lose a lot of hit points,
Yep.
and I'm also gonna lose armor class.
Anyway, Master Darius is like, well, it's about time for the meeting. If you will please follow me. And he leads you guys back, and you return to the Senate chambers. And they've filled out pretty well. Each section has around 10 people with a couple empty seats here and there. All in all, there's around 50 total people in the Senate chamber. And they all turn and see as you arrive with Master Darius, and he leads you down to the raised dais, and he takes the hammer and hits it on the hits it on the bell. Dong! He calls the Senate to meeting. And he starts off with a speech. He goes, my fellow masters, today something terrible has happened at my forge, Malleable Metal. A demon lord from hell came into my forge and demanded I make him a weapon of evil. I refused. After my refusal, he killed all my assistants to try and motivate me. After that, my daughter arrived at my shop and was captured by the demon lord, and he threatened to kill her if I did not comply with his wishes. In an effort to gain more time to decide what to do, I told him that I would make the weapon, but I would need more time to gather the materials and more assistance since he killed them all. I'm hoping that this stalling tactic can allow us all to come together and figure out how to deal with this problem. If we cannot deal with this pressing issue, my daughter will likely die. I am able to make this weapon, but I cannot in good conscience condemn the realm to death and destruction even with my daughter's life in the balance. And after that, he takes a step back, and the room just sits there in stunned silence. And eventually, the room just erupts into chaos as implications of Master Darius's statement takes full hold. And people are just like, what? Oh my goodness, how is this possible? How is there a demon lord here? Just back and forth, like, kind of just chaos right now, as a Senate chamber can fall into. And eventually you can hear, over the sound of the din, a faint tapping of a cane on the ground. But it kind of like spreads like wildfire, the sound through the Senate. Like the people closest to the tapping stop talking, and then like it spreads through the rest of the crowd until finally it's, quiet again, and you can hear the gentle tapping. And as you look over in the artistry section, there's an absolutely ancient elven man, who's sitting in his chair tapping his cane. He begins to stand up, and one of the other artists moved over to help him up by the arm to help him stand. And his voice is barely audible. And he's like, my friends, we have weathered a lot as non-humans under the boot of the Inquisition. We cannot allow demons to use our country as an invasion point to destroy the realm. Legend tells of a weapon that was used during the Heaven and Hell War. A blade wielded by the heroes of heaven, crafted by the dwarven masters of old and lost to time. But legends hold truth in their stories. The ancient texts speak of a treasure, more valuable than gold, that the dwarves of old owned. I have heard rumor that the dwarves who were enslaved in the mines and forced to work by the Inquisition have a treasure that they keep hidden from prying Inquisition eyes. Perhaps by chance, they have this weapon of legend. We must ascertain the truth to these rumors. And the rest of the chamber mutters to themselves in quiet voices of respect for what the master said. And then Master Darius once again raises his hand, and he tells the rest of the Senate, I have brought a group of adventurers who have come here seeking our aid, and they would like to present their case before the Senate. And he steps back and allows whoever wants to talk to talk.
Hello, everybody.
I was going to say it's either you or me. Who wants to take it?
Greetings. We are here to enlist your help. It sounds like you have your problems with the Inquisition, and as do we. We would like to overthrow the king, and we need your help to do that. We've already obtained support from the Huntsmen's and the Thieves Guild. I can't remember if we put our proof of that in our bag of holding, but we can provide proof if necessary.
We have
And
the
yeah,
have the emblem, I think, from the Thieves Guild. The Huntsman's Guild didn't really give you anything.
right. That makes sense. In short, I feel like we have the same problem and we could all work together to solve it.
And we will, of course, do what we can to assist your cause against the greater evil. Because if there's no realm left, the Inquisition doesn't matter.
I'll let you guys decide. One of you can roll persuasion with advantage.
You're very
Could be.
persuasive,
Yeah.
as am I.
I would hope the bard is.
18?
Oh, not today.
That's 18's
18's not bad.
like it's not bad, even though you rolled a 7. That's still pretty good. Yeah, and there's some murmuring among the Senate, whispers, and they're like, "Oh man, the king is definitely like you can hear whispers like the king is a problem. Yes, but a demon lord. What do we do about the demon lord? Oh well, but one problem at a time. Deal with the king, then we'll have the whole country to deal with the demons. And, you know, that sort of thing. And there's definitely people on your side, but other people are like, I don't know. Demon seems more important.
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna yell, we will go to the mines.
Okay. And that kind of just quiets everyone, and they're just like, you can see people like nodding. They're like, oh yeah, okay. And Master Darius is like, he steps forward again, and he's like, well, my friends, they have offered to help us in our time of need in order to gain our assistance in their time of need. So, we will all take a vote to see those in favor and those in not. Those in favor, say aye. And you see a bunch of people raise their hands, and like most of the Senate, you realize kind of like Wolf mainly, since he's got the highest passive perception, when he's glancing around the room, he notices that a lot of these people in these section, they kind of glance over to one of the older, more venerable person in that section to gauge what their reaction is, and it kind of influences what they decide. Kyle, I'm getting echoing from your mic. I don't know if you got your speakers on or something. Yeah. But anyway, so
Weird.
yeah, I don't know. Yours was the only one flashing when I looked over and I could hear myself again. So I was like, it's not that big a deal. It was very quiet, but I just wanted to let you know.
I'm chewing.
Okay. Where was I? Oh yeah. So yeah, you can see, you know, each one of them kind of turns to one person who seems to be like the deciding factor in each section. And you know, most of them are older. You do notice that there's an older dwarf woman in the art master section. I'm sorry, I read that wrong. The old elven man that spoke earlier is obviously the Grandmaster of the Artist. There's an older dwarven woman who seems to be the Grandmaster of the Sculpt Masters. There's a male Earth Ganassi of indeterminate age who seems to be the Grandmaster of the Woodmasters, and an older female halfling halfling. God, man, brain. Who seems to be the Grandmaster of the Tailors. And each one of them in those sections, they raise their hand, and so many of them raise their hands in agreement as well. And it's happening again. I have no idea why I'm hearing myself a second time. Or maybe I'm hearing background noise from your house? I don't know. Sorry.
I don't see I don't see me lit up.
Can you see me lit up now? What is happening? Why is this? I don't know.
I can
But
see.
It's
So ready, watch. I'm lit up now.
yeah, but it's like I was. I swear it's only lighting up from you, so I don't.
Do you have
Sorry.
a stream open?
I don't know.
Oh, maybe
Well,
I have my
for-
stream open. Oh my god, I do. I wonder if you're hearing that.
Maybe. Anyway.
All right.
Okay. And you do see that there are a few people that look over at the Grandmasters and they don't raise their hand. Like they're obviously don't want to agree with. There might be some dissension from that person in these groups, like any sort of large body of rulers. There's always people that don't like whoever's kind of got the power. Uh, but other than that, they all seem there definitely is 95% of the chamber said yes. There's like 2 or 3 hands that are down.
That's good odds.
And so Master Derek steps forward and he goes, we are in agreement then. This adventuring group, our new friends, will go to the dwarven slave mines to ascertain the truth behind these rumors and return and help us to perhaps defeat the demon lord and to regain control of our city from a tyrant. And he goes, Senate adjourned, and he hits the bell again with the hammer. Dong! And he leads you from the chamber, unless you guys want to do something else.
Your guild is quite efficient.
Yes, we strive to be. Many of us have been under the heel of the Inquisition for far too long, and the Craftsman's Guild is slowly dying. I'm sure you saw the warehouse that you were brought through. We dare not give that stuff to the Inquisition because they will give us nothing for them and sell it for an exuberant amount.
It does sound like them.
Indeed, they tell us it's not worth anything because we're lesser beings, but then they sell it for how much it is actually worth to other countries, and it's very demoralizing for us. And he kind of leads you back to the Forge Master area of the guild hall, and he goes, "Well, I know not where to start, but if you require anything from us, all you need to do is ask."
Do you have any
You know-
contacts in the dwarven mine?
We do not. No. They are very closed off to the rest of the world.
You know where we could find a bronze dragon, baby?
I think you had already asked that of me, and I do not. No, I'm sorry. Perhaps the Huntsman's Guild could tell you.
Could pay them a visit on our way out.
And Eric comes back up and he's like, "Well, Rourke knows a lot of people. We might not know anybody in the dwarf slave mines, but he might. He led you to us.
That's a
That's
good
the only
point.
thing I can think of. Sorry."
No, that's a great lead. I think actually that is something we should do. I think we should hit up the Huntsman's Guild first, because we just have a quick question.
See if maybe they have some stuff in their stores.
Yeah, they might have some baby dragon blood on hand. Although now that I say that, I kind of doubt it. But
They might have regular dragon blood.
yeah, I mean, they might also know where we can find one, or find dragons in general.
Or a breeder.
Maybe. I'd rather not kill a baby dragon, but maybe we could just be like just a little bit of blood. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Hey, come on, Mama Dragon. Just give us a little bit of your baby's blood.
Only a little. We promise.
So nothing else for the Craftsman's Guild. You're heading out to.
Yep.
Just want to make sure.
Is there anything you can provide us to assist us in this task of going to search for this relic?
Perhaps. And he kind of looks at you guys and he goes, "It seems that you have very fine weapons already. I'm not sure if I can provide you something better than what you have." Oh yeah, they head back to that meeting room and recover Squib.
Well, guys, what do you think would help us infiltrate this slave mine?
I think we can infiltrate just fine with
With
Wolf's
what
magic.
we've got?
Yeah.
I think for what we have, I think we should be okay.
You do have some disguise stones of disguise self too.
Yeah.
Squib can turn himself invisible.
I think we should scope out the area first and learn everything we can before we actually go in. But I think we'll be fine to go in. I don't know what's in there. What are they mining in there?
That I'm not sure. I think just metal and minerals. They do supply a decent amount of iron to the city. I think it's mostly just an iron mine.
To the Huntsman's Guild we go, then. I suppose.
And they're like, "Well, good luck, my friends." And
Stay
as you
safe.
leave the building, you head back west through the city. I'm pretty sure I'm up on the. I have you guys on the wall of the city. Okay, yep. You head back through the city, and a couple hours later, you arrive back at the red light district, remembering how nice and clean it is compared to the rest of the city. There's a few huntsmen standing there, but they recognize you guys as from earlier, and they just kind of nod. It's the same thing as before. You're allowed access if you don't look like you're a leper or diseased or.
What about if you
But-
got a faceless one's
Any
mask
of that
on?
crazy shit.
They definitely look at Squib like strange. They're like, but
We're handling it.
they know who you guys are because word spread like wildfire that you guys killed a Hydra. Like it's a pretty big deal in the Huntsman's Guild. And so they're like, they look at Squib strangely, like, what the heck why is the little guy wearing this giant mask that doesn't fit on his face very well?
Yeah, he can't take it off.
But they don't say anything, and you guys you go in and you head to that large apartment building that serves as the headquarters for the Huntsman's Guild.
Can we enter?
Yeah,
Yep.
let's find that woman. I can't remember her name at the moment.
There's the lobby is still kind of on high alert because of what happened with the faceless one, and they do see Squib wearing the faceless one mask, and weapons begin to be drawn. But there's the guy behind the desk that you've talked to a couple times, and he's like, "Oi, oi, come on, we know these guys."
Yeah, please excuse our friend. He made a terrible mistake, and we actually came here to try to solve it.
All right, you guys need to go upstairs and talk to the. I think I messed up his accent completely there.
Hey,
Anyway,
he's not
No, I think-
Jerry.
Well, that
yeah,
is Terry's
I
accent.
think
that
I
is
went
right.
Australian with it. Yeah. Anyway, you guys head upstairs.
Yep.
Now I'm embarrassed. Uh, and yeah, so you reach the top floor, and yeah, who did you want to go talk to?
I mean, Ben, you only have an entire world of people with different accents to
Yeah,
try and
yeah,
keep
yeah.
track of. So it's. I don't think it's that embarrassing. We could go talk to our old
Corin?
friend Corin.
Yeah, Corin.
Okay. Yeah, you show up at the top, and he is there. Like, he's not back at the Silken Mistress where you found him, and he's like, oh, well, I wasn't expecting to see you guys so soon.
Yeah, terribly sorry to show up unannounced or unrequested, but we have a quick question.
Yeah, sure.
Do you know where we might find the blood of a baby bronze dragon?
And he kind of just like blinks a couple times at you, and he's like, "What? Why?"
We need it to
Squid
get.
pops up. It's like, I need it to get this thing off my face.
And that's when he notices, and he's like,
Yeah.
I really should have gotten rid of these a long time ago.
Yeah.
I could have swore I warned you guys about those masks.
No, you did. You
Yeah,
did. Don't worry, you did.
we just we're not good at listening.
Well,
Some of us
One of
aren't
us.
good at listening.
And so he's like, and so you need the blood of a dragon, a baby dragon specifically, to get it off? Is that what you're saying?
it appears that way. Yes.
Oh boy. Well, let me go talk to Master can't remember his name off the top of my head.
Gisrin?
No. The older tiefling guy. Master Aaron. Master Aaron Shakrana. No, that's not the right one. Where? Master Alrod. Jesus Christ. The older tiefling gentleman who's in charge of like the research part of the guild. And he's in the office going over some books with his other guild members, and he looks up as you walk in, and he's like, "Oh, hello, my old friends."
Hello. Pardon us for showing up unannounced.
That's quite all right. Quite all right. How can I help?
We have a quick question. We need the blood of a baby bronze dragon to remove this cursed mask from our dear friend's face.
And he looks over and sees Squib, and you see him just go,
Yeah.
and he's like, well, that is a bit of a predicament.
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, I suppose we can see if we can find one.
I don't know how we'll need, and I'd like to not kill a baby.
Yes, that would be bad, considering most adult dragons would not be happy if you killed their child.
Yeah.
But dragons are very reasonable creatures, and luckily bronze dragons are very on the good spectrum. They're mostly known to be very lawful dragons. We can try to find one that might have a child, and we can get back to you, but it might take a little while. It is very pressing.
I think we
It's
have 20
killing
days.
him.
How long is a while? This thing's gonna kill me.
Oh dear.
I thought it was
well,
20 days.
Well, we'd have to send out hunters to perhaps go find a nest. And generally, it would be the easiest place to look would be up in the mountains beyond the country of Boergenth, where the wild dragons roam. But that would take weeks through heavily infested undead territory, from what we've been told. we don't exactly have a skyship at our beck and call. We do. We could perhaps call upon the Griffin Riders of Whisper's Edge, and perhaps ask them to send a couple of their flying scouts into the mountains to perhaps find a bronze dragon. It's this is not, as they say, a very easy request. I'm I'm saddened that it might be killing you, and it might kill you. But finding a dragon that where we don't know one is kind of difficult.
Indeed.
Well, I would say try to put what plans in motion you can in the event that any efforts that we try fail.
Very well. I shall have my team researching it as fast as we can, and we will try to ascertain if there's one closer. But again, dragons are fickle beasts at the best of times.
Out of character, Loudon, do you have the sending spell?
Nope.
Okay, only I do. All right.
Mhm.
Sweet. All right.
I think he can learn it, but I don't think he has it.
No, this conversation has jogged my memory of something important to do. But I can wait until after this conversation is over.
He's like, I will call in all the help I can. We are at your disposal. You killed a Hydra for us, and we committed to your cause. And having one of your champions fall into this curse, it would not help our cause. I will call upon all my researchers, and we will try to scry and find something to help. But it will take a while.
Time
We
isn't
understand.
like super on my side.
I yes, I understand, my friend. I really do, but we will try our best, but we are not gods here.
Yeah, not
We
even
will
they can
we-
help us.
Indeed. We thank you for any help you do provide.
Squibbles up Feces Creek without a paddle.
Well, you've been here once before, Squib. You'll be fine.
Not this far up.
Is Corin still with us?
Yeah, he's kind of out in the hall. He's been listening to the conversation, but yeah,
All right.
if you want to talk to him.
I was just gonna say, is there someplace that is there like a conference room or something that we can use perchance, or some place where we can congregate for a little bit without bothering any of the guild here?
Sure. The council chambers aren't being used right now.
Guys, I think I have an idea.
Well, let's hear it.
That
So-
scares me.
Cut off Squib's head,
I'm
pull the mask off, and revive him.
I'm gonna burn down the no.
I like playing with fire.
The origins of my sorcery made me remember that I might be able to attempt to communicate with someone or something that can help us.
This sounds like this could go either really good or really bad.
There's no middle ground. But yeah, I mean, you guys head into the council chamber, and indeed, there's nobody in here. So yeah, it's a private space currently. And Corin's like, do I need to leave?
I mean, I'm just casting a spell, so you can hang out if you want. It doesn't bother me.
All right, I'll stay in case you guys need me for something.
I'm gonna cast sending.
Okay.
And
Is
target.
this the first time?
And
This is the
no,
first time.
second time. I sent to the Leviathan last session.
Oh, he did do
yeah,
that.
you
Yep.
did. You did talk
That's
to
true.
him.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast sending to our good old friend Duravo.
Okay.
Oh.
And on them,
You got 20,
I got
25
25
words.
words. Okay, let me formulate.
Totally forgot about Bravo.
I have no idea who Duravo is.
Duravo is an
Oh.
ancient red dragon who used to serve the Inquisition in Sevicern.
And he's got a wife who
He's
I
got
think is
a
still
yeah.
alive.
Yeah, she's still alive.
Bravo Flux.
She's a
Ancient white?
silver.
Oh,
silver.
silver. That's right. That's right. He's red, she's silver.
Yeah.
Right, I'm gonna say
But red isn't necessarily evil in this case because he was brought up from being young to serve as a member of the Inquisition. So
and
it's
not
it's
the
not
shitty
black and white,
Inquisition.
good and evil for dragons in my world, Zach. Just so you're aware.
That makes sense.
And it was not the racist, not as racist of Inquisition, even though that entire battalion was all humans. Right, let me think.
Yeah, the whole reason, like, if you want to mute me, I can explain to, or just deafen Kyle while you're thinking, so I'm not like.
No. I can do it while. I'd be interested.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Zach, the background of Sevicern was that the king's brother was in charge there, and he was trying to change the Inquisition from within to get rid of their racist undertones and allowing other people to join. And he was planning to make changes from the inside, and the king didn't like that, so the guys know that the king raised the Lich King to deal with this problem. And so when they were on their back foot in Sevicern, the king showed up with the Inquisition army, killed off most of the undead horde, and then Miscus killed his brother and most of his brother's family, which was like his wife and like 10 of his 15 children all died.
You guys sure do manage to get into quite a few shenanigans.
Yeah.
Sevicern was supposed to be a pretty big part of this.
I can't believe I can't remember the name of the dwarven place.
Deep home.
I wrote Helm's Deep.
Close.
What kind of dragon is it? Bronze.
Yeah, you need yeah.
One, two. Sorry, guys.
Well, you could just wing it like Critical Role does.
There's a lot of typos in this, but I'm not going back. All right, there we go. That's 25 words exactly.
Okay. So you cast Sending, and you connect to Doravo, and you send him the message that who you are and what you need. And a couple of minutes pass, then 3 minutes, 4 minutes, and you're like, "Did it work?" And then finally, you hear back. It obviously he was taking a while, and you hear back. What? Pelisa knows of a nest But we are not in the country anymore. After Severcern, we fled. And that's all you get.
Yep. I'll cast sending again.
Okay.
I assume he's, well, I don't know exactly where, but he's still on the same plane, right? It's not like it's
Yep.
okay.
Yep. Sending can go across planes, but yeah, he's on the same plane.
Yeah, but there's a chance that it fails, I guess.
Oh.
If it goes interplanar. Right. I'll just wing this one because I've already made contact.
Okay.
I'll say, what guidance can you provide to this nest? We are currently in Walden. It's a matter of life and death.
You have 5 more words if you want.
Oh, that's good.
Okay. The wait isn't as long this time. You're under the assumption that he probably talked to Pelisa and found out what she knew. He goes, well, you're in luck, I suppose. To the east, in the mountains, along the shoreline, is an old friend of Pelisa's. Her name is Verilyn.
I know I
She
can't
is-
ask him this, but Verilyn, you said?
Yeah, VRALIN.
Yep.
She is the only bronze dragon we know.
Verilyn, east in the mountain, along the shore. I have that correct? East in the mountains along the shore?
East of the country, yeah.
East of the country?
Yeah, because the country ends where the mountains start.
Okay.
Like if you look at the overall realm map, to the east along the shoreline, there's a big group of mountains between Boergenth and Ashera. That's basically because the country ends at the mountain range. So yeah.
I will cast sending one more time.
Okay.
We will need a way to prove that we are friendly with Pelisa. What should we do to not get eaten? Or murdered.
This response comes fairly quickly. She is a very reasonable dragon.
Okay.
My bad.
Shit. I will relay all of this information to my friends. No, I will not. I will not.
None of it?
I will not relay it right now. In the presence of Corin.
Okay.
Okay.
And the room's just been quiet because sending is in your mind. You send it with, it's not like the message spell where you have to say it out loud.
Yeah. There is. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna say I think I've gotten some valuable information to help our problem, but we can talk about that later. To all of my friends.
Okay. I mean, Corin's like, all right. Like, you need anything else from us? I
I'm-
might have to go help out Master Alrod a little bit.
I am arcanely fatigued.
Running out of spell slots.
Good thing we just leveled up.
It's got to be like mentally exhausting running out of spell slots.
Yep. Physically draining too, because the arcane supports your whole being. And Gorn's like, well, we'll see what we can do about finding a bronze dragon. Good luck, guys.
Thank you kindly.
And he turns to Squib and he reaches down and puts his hand on your shoulder, and he's like, maybe next time, just don't.
Squib will nod.
I think Corin would like to have been able to say that to us from day 2. Just
Yeah.
don't. Fucking don't. Yeah, I mean, I suppose, I don't know what any of my friends will say, but I have nothing to say really.
Yeah, I'm
Currently.
good.
Yeah, you guys can just leave if you want. He's already okay with you guys taking off.
Derork.
Yeah, that's our next stop.
You guys
the
head out of the
broken spear.
building. Corn walks with you back, and then he turns into the room that is the research room and begins poring over books with them. And you can see Alrod's already called in. There's probably 15 hunters in there now, more than the 2 that's usually there. And they're just going through books, reports, all sorts of stuff. He's deep diving into this problem for you guys. But yeah, you head out of the building. No issues. You leave the red light district again. No issues. Nobody stops you.
I will say, before we go to leave the red light district, as soon as we get out of the building, I would like to then relay the information that I've received to the party.
Okay.
And discuss whether or not we should call off Alrod after seeing the volume of resources that he's putting towards this.
He was told it was a matter of life and death, so he took that seriously.
I think we should not waste any of our future allies' time or power under false pretenses.
So let's handle this in-house and let's let them know that they need not be so exhaustive.
Yes, I think if they do find a lead, it would be nice to know, but I don't think they need to.
Have 15 people working on it.
Yeah.
I would say that walking by, seeing how much, how many more hunters are in there working would trigger me to have this conversation. So
You guys want to head back up then and talk to Alrod?
I would like to, if the Rog seems to be on board, Wolf, you on board with telling them that we don't kill yourself over this.
I am on board.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, you head back up, and there's books everywhere. There's reports everywhere. Corin's already going through a couple reports. Alrod's got this big tome, and you can see whoever can speak Draconic, which I think is Squib, that it is written in Draconic, and the title is Dragons of Ectheria, which is the name of the realm. And he's just looking through it, and he kind of looks up, and he's like, "Oh, did you forget something? Something important, perhaps?"
Something important indeed. I think that things have changed slightly, and we don't wish for you to exhaust all of these resources just for us.
He looks surprised and he's like, you already found one?
We didn't find one, but we don't want you to have all of these people looking. It's a problem of our own. It's not a problem for the Hunters Guild. So it's it wouldn't be right for you to be exhausting all of these resources for just us. Just my friend here.
He's going to die.
We'll figure that out. We always do. It's okay.
It's all right.
Okay, make a persuasion check. I'm gonna say with disadvantage because you got him on your side, and he 15, still pretty good. He's like, well, is there some way we can help?
I just don't want you to be exhausting all of these resources. I didn't think. I appreciate the effort that you put forth, given the details that we gave you just moments ago. Honestly, but I feel that this is too grand an effort for just ourselves here. I appreciate that you appreciate what we've done for you, but ultimately we're not members of your guild, and we would hate for you to be wasting resources.
Okay. And he kind of looks at you funny, and he's like, Do you know where a bronze dragon is? That would help immensely in our search. I rolled an insight check for him, and he's got a +0, and he rolled a 16, which is higher than the persuasion check. So he read what you were saying. It's right there. It's a 16.
Yeah, no, I know. I see it. I see it.
We have a lead.
I don't know how
And,
the rules of D&D work here. If I double down, would it be a re-roll situation, or
Yeah, you'd have to roll it. You'd have to roll again. This time a deception check with disadvantage. And you'd be aiming to beat his 16 because he's already got the insight on what you're saying, basically. Which is not a super hard roll if you're really good at talking to people, but
we don't
I mean,
know the to be honest, we don't know the location of a bronze dragon. But we don't want you to be exhausting all of these resources to assist us.
okay, roll the deception check.
Mm-hmm. Fuck.
No, I said with disadvantage.
With
so 10.
disadvantage, yeah.
And he's like, I'm unsure why you're worried about telling us where it is. If we can help you find it, we can expedite your quest. Are you worried that we are going to try to hunt this dragon?
You are very literally the Hunters Guild.
I'm pretty sure it was explained to you that we only hunt monsters when they do bad things.
Oh shit!
I'm 99% sure I explained that.
You did.
Gonna get real interesting. I mean, I've already failed the deception, so I'm already caught. But I don't know that.
I mean, with what he said, you can pretty much ascertain that he does not believe what you're saying.
We have the trust of various creatures around the realm that we would not want to lose if people never. I didn't say that.
Okay. Rewind.
Sorry. we may have an idea that there is potentially a nesting bronze dragon to the east.
Ah,
The far east. I think.
Well, very
Uh,
well. I can send some people to try to find it if it to help expedite your quest, but we would not hunt a dragon. The dragons are intelligent creatures. Only the ones that cause mayhem and destruction are the ones that we need to stop. Oh, we lost somebody. Loudon, did you lose internet?
No, I'm here.
He's
Oh.
there.
Your oh, now it's back. Your roll 20 said you weren't there anymore.
I have just grown to be, throughout my entire existence, very distrusting. So my apologies for not being forthcoming.
I I understand completely, and someone of my age and years, yes, I understand completely. If you would like, I can be very discreet. Perhaps I could send Corin, if that would make you feel better, and he could scout the location to the east and see if he could find the nest and report back. It would be slower with one person, but it would be someone more trustworthy if that would be preferable. And the din of the room is pretty loud, so like nobody's really paying attention to your conversation besides like Corin. Corin's like kind of glancing over and listening.
Goran knows how much we love to lie. The
I mean, you see kind of a smirk on his face because, like, yeah, for sure, he knows how distrustful you are of some people, most people.
I'll look back at my companions. We trust Corin now, right?
I do.
I trust them.
And call me crazy, but if you happen to know the name of this dragon, I could scry on it myself and tell you where it is.
Can I roll an insight check?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
I wasn't gonna do that.
Oh,
6. He seems pretty straightforward. I mean, I'll roll because he doesn't have any bonus. He's just a commoner. Wow. Okay. But yeah, he seems pretty straightforward.
I'll glance at Loudon if I can see him concentrating.
I give him the
I'm sorry. I'll glance at Rog.
I turn to him and I do this.
You do what?
In the Discord. I
Oh.
just put a GIF. I do exactly that.
Oh. Gotcha.
All right. I will say we do know the name, or I do know the name of the dragon, and
He's like, don't say it. He's like, gentlemen, ladies, please. I need the room. Everyone out. And they kind of all stop what they're doing. They're like, come on, man, you just called us all in here to do this. And they're like, fine. They set their stuff down and they all leave. And he closes the door and he, Corin's like standing there and he's like, out. And Corin's like, what? Why do I have to leave? He's like, out. So Corin's like, oh, fine, and walks through the door and closes it behind him. He's like, there, now we have some privacy. I understand that the dragon names are very rare. They don't share their names with just anybody. So yes, if you can tell me their name, I can scry on them and find out their location and tell you where it is.
now before I say the name, can I roll insight?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Fuck.
I mean, I'll roll again, just so you can feel better about it.
Fuck.
All right. You don't know what I'm rolling, just that I'm rolling well.
I hope there's combat in this session so that you can get all these good rolls will be gone.
So all the good rolls are just not happening.
Okay, so I 100% trust this man.
Feels very trustworthy.
I will tell him that this dragon's name is Marilyn.
He's like, very well. And he goes over and he goes to the scrying orb and he just kind of like focuses on it. And I think he's like he is a spellcaster, but he's kind of a commoner scrying. How does the scrying spell work? They need to make a wisdom saving throw. All right, let's go find an ancient bronze dragon.
Yeah, she's not going to be too happy. Although, from what we hear, she is reasonable.
Ancient bronze dragon has a +10 wisdom save. All right. 29. So he's looking through the scrying orb. He's looking through the scrying orb, and he's like, it doesn't seem to be working, but it is harder to scry on monsters that are, well, that are stronger. I will keep trying, and hopefully, in the next couple days, I will succeed and be able to tell you. Where will you be so that I can so that I can find you?
Well, would you like us to stay in the city for a few days, or I mean, we'll need at least some time to prepare to travel to the mines and also to collect intel.
If you're going to the mines.
Oh, this is a different guild.
Yeah. And he's like, oh, what is in the mines?
Well, we don't know yet.
We hope to enlist the assistance of the slaves that we're going to free in the rebellion.
Well, that's a good place. You should be able to get some allies. Yes, absolutely. That will help us for sure. But if you're staying somewhere, I can leave a message there.
You know Rourke?
I do not personally know Rourke. I have heard his name, but I can find out. He works at he owns a bar, I believe. Correct?
Yeah, I totally remember the name of it.
I can be very discreet and find out where it is, and I will leave a message with him if that's where you are staying, as long as you trust him. Or I can just tell him that I found something and he can relay that message, and then you can come talk to me. Does that
It's
work?
called the Broken Spirits. That's where we're staying, right?
Yep.
And we trust him completely.
I mean, it'd be hard not to trust him at this point, considering he's the one who sent you to all the guilds. Yeah, he's a spy and has just been setting you guys up for failure.
What a twist!
What a twist. No, I've had plenty of twists. I don't need that one. I had a demon lord come back. That's a pretty big twist.
I mean, everything has been our fault, so, you know.
I blame the magic caster.
So is he like, he's like, so does that work? Should I just leave him a message and say that I found something so you can come talk to me? If I successfully can scry on this dragon, I've heard it's one of the harder things to do, but I will keep trying. I'm here to help.
Sounds like it makes sense to me. Is there anything we can do to assist?
Do any of you know the scrying spell?
What level
It's
spell?
a 5th level spell.
A 5th level spell.
Believe it or not, no.
Can
Squibble shake his head.
Let's see, scrying. Who can learn scrying?
I don't think
Bards, clerics, druids, warlocks, and wizards.
Yeah, I can't learn it. Fuck. I cannot learn it, else I would meditate on it overnight. But it is outside the realm of My aberration.
I could probably learn it.
Well, the focus, you need 1,000. You need 1,000 gold focus for it. It does not consume the focus, but you need to have it.
Oh. I don't even have 1,000 gold.
What? I do.
The scrying orb that he's using is basically what you need: a crystal ball, a silver mirror, or a font filled with holy water. That's worth at least 1,000 gold.
Do,
But yeah,
bar-
Oh wait, I have a lot of platinum. I'm good.
do bards have like dynamic spell casting or whatever the hell it's called?
Yeah, I mean, bards can learn it themselves anyway.
I am a spells known, not a prepared spells caster.
Some classes on a long rest, you can swap out all your spells. Other than that, you have to wait till you level up to do it, usually.
Yeah, I can do one. I think.
I know druids, I believe it's druids, clerics, and paladins just basically know all of their spells. They know them, they just can only prepare X amount.
And wizards too, based on
Yeah,
what they have
yeah.
in their spellbook.
Bards are only on level up when I can switch spells.
Gotcha. So no, you guys do not know the scrying spell, and cannot learn it in a quick manner.
Unless you want to make us level 11 right now.
I just gave you a level last session. Don't be greedy. If you want to retcon to last session that you changed it to scrying, I'll be okay with it. It'll be kind of metagamey, but
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I like what I chose.
he will keep trying to scry. But he's not a high level spellcaster, and ancient dragons are hard to scry on.
Could I like help him somehow and give him advantage or something?
No, because it's a wisdom save for the dragon. Can't really.
Yeah.
I mean, eventually the dragon will roll low enough.
He might run out of spell slots before then.
He doesn't have spell slots. He's a commoner.
Oh, is he ritual casting it?
Kind of, sort of. The scrying orb that he has is more than just more than just the focus. It's literally the orb
Okay.
that scries, not him. So technically, one of you could use the scrying orb if you wanted to, but you'd probably have a better save DC than he does.
I'll try to use it.
Okay.
I guess. I have a charisma modifier of 3 if that matters.
What's your spell save DC? It should be on your spell
At
sheet.
the moment, it's 17.
17. Okay. You don't have a likeness or a picture or possession. You don't have anything to help, and you've heard of the target, so she gets a +5 to it. Ugh.
Yay for scrying!
Well, all right. Yeah, you look into the scrying orb, and like the clouds to the mountains, and you're like, oh wow, this is cool. And then all of a sudden, like it just kind of like kicks you out of the scrying orb, and you're like, oh, well, I saw
dear.
mountains. Cool, great. There's mountains everywhere.
I'm gonna notice him doing that. I'm gonna be like, wait, we can use it?
And he's like, well, yes, anybody can use this.
Squib wants to try.
Fuck, we should all try.
Okay.
Squib's totally down to try.
If
Okay.
they can't fight 4 of us at once.
All right. So against Squib, she gets a +15. Your basic spell save is 10. She can't fail against you unless she rolls a natural 1. No. Arendia. It's 15 plus 15 against you as well. What's your spell save DC?
20.
20. Look at all these
What is-
numbers I'm rolling.
You
Holy
haven't
cow.
rolled below a 15
Yeah,
in an
I
hour.
noticed. I've noticed. Good thing you guys weren't in combat this time, or you'd probably be dead.
We would be dead.
Yeah.
We can't survive this onslaught. Uh,
But yeah,
Alright.
each one of you it zooms to a mountain range, and you're just like, oh, pretty mountains, and then it kicks you out. Wolf, do you want to try too, or are you scared of me? All the rolls I've gotten. Okay, Caleb.
I'm sorry. What just happened?
have you been paying attention at all?
I have, and then something happened. I'm sorry.
Are you all right?
Yeah.
Okay, so everyone was trying to use the scrying orb to see if they could see the bronze dragon,
Mhm.
and everyone has failed so far, but you haven't tried it yet. I wanted to know if you wanted to try to use the scrying orb.
Yeah, I use it.
Okay, what's your spell save DC?
Spelled say? I think it's 14.
Well, you're just as good as Squib, so she has to roll a natural 1 to fail. She makes it. So, you see what everybody else sees. It, zooms in. You see a mountain range, and you're like, oh, wow, this is pretty. And then it just, kicks you out because she resists the scry.
Rip. 16.
Because, scrying, she gets a +5 because you've heard of the target, but you've never met them.
Yeah.
But if you knew what she looked like, or if something she owned, that also increases your chances. But yeah, you guys don't have any of that stuff, so yeah.
So she gets a +5 because I don't know. I don't know what she is.
Yeah, you've heard her name, and then she's also an ancient bronze dragon, so she gets a +10 wisdom save, so she gets a +15.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's not ideal, but it is a way to find something. So he's gonna keep trying. And if you guys want to come back during the week and try every day, by all means, you can try once a day with this thing.
Cause I heard that's 4 tries a day.
I mean, eventually he's bound to roll in that one.
Oh, me. You're talking about me. But yes, the dragon. The dragon is a she.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's like, well, it seems like she's pretty powerful, and none of you got it to work, but we will keep trying. Or I'm sorry, I will keep trying.
Worth noting, the thing that was supposed to allow sorcerers to change a spell per long rest never actually made it into the official release of Tasha's. So I can't do that.
No. Not that you could learn scrying anyway.
Correct. And not like I've done it at all, really. But
no, not really. Nope.
yeah. Anyways,
it's fun. I'm not that worried about it.
I was trying to find it in 5e tools, and I was like, I know it was in here. But I just found a Reddit thread that was like, yeah, it was in the leak, but wasn't in the actual book.
Gotcha.
Anyways, okay, so now we're at Hunters Guild, red light. We need to go to the mines. We need to go to the East Mountains. And what else do we need to do, guys?
I thought it was just the mines and the dragon.
Yeah.
Thinking the dragon first might be a good idea.
Squib likes that idea too.
You said it was to the east.
Yeah, in the mountains to the east is where Durago said that her nest is.
Where are we all now?
You're in the red light district in Walden.
What time of day is it?
Probably getting pretty late. You guys spent most of the day walking around town. and then talking to Master Darius, and then seeing Grost again, and talking to the Craftsman's Guild, and then now the Huntsman's Guild. But
I'm
it's
gonna
a few hours of walking around the city at least.
I'm gonna touch the Pearl of Power, my Pearl of Power, the
Okay.
Excelsior, regenerate a 3rd level spell slot.
Okay.
And I'm gonna send Ascending
Okay.
to Maeve
Okay.
and say, "Hello, I hope all is well." We
You
could use the assistance of a Griffin Rider or airship in Walden. To save.
The response doesn't come back immediately, which is a little concerning. But eventually it comes back, and you hear, "Ah, hello, my love. Um, we can't send help right now. We're in danger. Um, the Inquisition has attacked the forest,
Fuck.
and we are hiding. Whisper's Edge has been occupied. I hope you are okay."
So much for your forest.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll remember the Elven fleet was decimated at Sevicern.
Oh, the airships, right.
Yep, they were destroyed when the Inquisition came in with their 3 massive warships.
Alright, well, Fuck, I gotta use it. It's nighttime, right? Fucking, I'll use a 4th level spell slot to send another message back and
Okay.
say, I am well. Stay safe. Let me know what I can do to help.
And the response is, "Well, I'm glad you are safe. I'm safe right now too. Um, I really don't know what you can do to help. I wish you were here, but I don't know if that would really help. I know what you are doing is important."
And when I hear that, I'll say to my companions, the Inquisition has occupied Whisper's Edge.
How bad is that?
That is
Real
terrible.
fucking, it's real fucking bad.
It means we are pretty much without allies outside of Walden.
Man,
Means
we just
pretty
keep
much the
going
rest of the
further and further up shit creek.
the rest of the country has been either destroyed or turned against you.
Except for the orcs, but we haven't checked in with them, so we don't know.
Yeah,
If-
except for the orcs.
We don't know if I bet there's retaliation after they attacked the docks from Walden. So I wouldn't be confident that we could get their help either.
Should I try to check on them?
I think we should at some point. I don't necessarily think it has to be right now.
pretty quick.
I think we could tell them we are almost ready to begin.
Casting all of the sending spells this session.
You
Here
thought
comes
you were out of arcane energy before. Oh boy!
here comes another
Now
one.
you're like, all right, 3rd level, 4th level, 5th level.
I will send to not Garuk, but to
His son?
yeah, I got it
Okay.
here. It's been a while since we've talked to him, but I know I got it here. Fuck. Oh, Laruk. Yeah, okay. General in command of orcs. Yeah.
Yep. His name is one letter different from his father's.
I will say rules question. Do I have to announce myself as if it's someone who would recognize my voice?
No, not necessarily.
Okay.
Like I don't think you told May that was who you were, but she knew who you were.
Right. So I'm gonna say to Laruk, checking in. We're still in Walden. Have you seen any retaliation or retribution from the Empire?
Got 8 more words.
All I need.
Okay. The response comes back fairly quickly, even though it's kind of late in the evening. Ah, my friend! Of course they attacked! But we're just having fun with it. Let us know if you need any of our help.
So I'm gonna relay that to the rest of the group that the Irakash is currently under attack, or has been under attack as well, but they are not occupied. They are relishing in the combat.
That sounds about right.
And they're standing by.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah, I remembered I can do this thing where I can talk to people that I've seen before.
Like 10 sending spells in the last freaking 2 sessions.
I've had the
After
spell for
playing-
like 6 months.
Yep. Longer than that, dude. It's like a 3rd level spell. Or a 2nd level spell. It's
Is
been
it?
so long since you were like level.
Well, it's 3rd level, but
3.
I got it from Aberrant
You
Mind.
got it from your Aberrant Mind, which
Yeah.
you get when you level up to the level that you can get it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So 5th level, I guess, was when you got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Anyways,
It's been a hot minute since you were level 5.
yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while. We're 10 now.
But you know, you're like, oh yeah, I remember I have this ability to talk to people across great distances.
It's
All right.
really useful.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'll say I'm exhausted.
It is getting late.
You guys want to crash here at the Hunters Guild or head back to Broken Spirits, or what do you want to do?
I think we should go back to Broken Spirits and fill Rourke in on.
The
Correct.
happenings?
Yeah.
I agree.
Okay. You are a couple hours away, but so it's well after dusk when you get there, probably around 11 in the evening. But Rourke is there, and he's got, you know, his guards are there, and they glance over at you. They've become much more lax. They're not as alert every time someone walks in. They recognize you, and Rourke's standing there behind the counter, and he smiles, and you guys walk into the building.
Hello, Rourke.
He's like, oh, look. And it's at this point where everyone in your party freezes, Squib, except for you. And you're like,
Okay.
and you hear from behind you a voice. a voice that you have not heard for in a long, long time. It sends a chill up your spine. It causes you to freeze in fear. Hello, number 6. Imagine my surprise when I was enjoying my newest toy was doing. And lo and behold, one of my old toys, whom I thought was dead and gone, appeared and killed it. And you are terrified. And the rest of you are frozen and do not hear any of this.
This is a dark wizard. I mean, I know we don't hear him, but that's who we think that was. Anyways.
I mean, yet Squib will turn around. He will rip his sword out of its sheath and turn around.
You're frozen in fear, so you cannot pull your sword.
Okay. Squib will try and look behind him.
It takes like all your willpower to look over your shoulder, and you see sitting at one of the tables, like with his leg crossed and his arms across his chest, in a dark robe. The hood's down, but he's wearing a mask. He's wearing a mask with a fiendishly devilish grin.
And does it look like it matches mine?
Very similar to the one you're wearing, but even more pronounced. What's happening? I see that you're in a bit of a predicament, number 6. Soon you will join our cause, and I will have one of my toys again.
Can Squib say anything?
Yeah, you can speak.
Squib's going to say, "I will never be one of your toys again."
We'll see about that. Perhaps your friends will make fun toys as well.
Oh, what a bitch. Squib wants to attack this man's.
Like you're flexing all the muscles in your body, and your hand starts to slowly inch to where your sword is, and he's like, "Oh, that's not very nice."
Neither's anything you did to me or my brothers and sisters.
Oh, yeah, well, they're all gone. But I do have a gift for you. A gift, yes, a gift. Don't move, and I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Hey, I'm good at those.
19. That's a pretty good roll, but it doesn't beat his spell save DC.
I didn't
you
think
just
so.
you just stop, and you feel like he basically hit you with command. And he stands up, and you're like frozen there. He walks over to you, pulls out a necklace with a shard of a crystal on it, and he drapes it over your neck. He's like, yes, you will be angry. Yes. You will serve me whether you want to or not. Goodbye, number 6. And he kind of pats you on the head. I will see you soon. And he snaps his fingers and gone. And resume.
Hello, Rourke.
The tavern. And he's like, howdy.
I'm-
How's everything going there, Rob?
Oh, you know.
I need an ale.
Yeah, we all do.
All right, coming right up.
Speaking of, can Squib move his mouth in that mask, or does it cover his mask? How are we gonna feed him?
It covers his face.
It just sits over the top of his head.
He could reach underneath it and probably feed himself. It'd be
Okay.
awkward, but yeah.
So if Squib reaches up, is he still wearing what he was given to him?
Do you feel for it?
Yeah, he'll feel for it. See if it's still there.
Yeah, the necklace with the crystal is still hanging around your neck.
Is Squib able to take it off?
Do you try?
I mean, yeah, he'll try. He wants nothing to do with this damn thing.
Roll a strength check. You tug at it. I'm assuming.
You're not allowed
Yeah.
down.
Pull, and the rest of you turn over, and Wolf notices because like he was the only one that wasn't really focused on Rourke, and he's like, you see Squib just pulling on this thing around his neck, but it won't come off.
Don't fucking stand there.
Squib's gonna go, hey guys, we got another problem.
No.
What's that?
Stand in there lying to me. You
So
know
that,
I get mad about. Why the fuck you-
that a dark wizard gave me a gift, and then he'll show everyone his new necklace.
And you all recognize it, although it is bigger than the last ones that you were seeing around the necks of the goblins.
That fucking chaos crystal shard?
Mm-hmm. But it's like 4 times as big as the one that you were seeing hang around the necks of the goblins.
Oh dear. So what does this wizard want?
He had a mask that looked like mine on, and he wants me to be his toy again.
Think he's the head of the faceless ones?
I would assume so.
I thought it was I can't remember her name from our.
Jesse? No, I think she's just a
Jesse.
high-level lieutenant.
Oh.
Mrs. Von Stillen?
Now that I'm thinking about her, did she have a necklace like that too? Or did any of the faceless ones?
Roll a...
Memory check.
Yeah, what's a good memory roll? Just history. Yeah, just roll a history. See if you can remember.
God damn it.
You rolled a 3. Wow, you have a +9 on history. That's impressive.
It was
We're not-
the first skill I took proficiency in.
Yeah.
It sure was.
You think back when you met Jesse, and you're like, I don't remember seeing a necklace. And you don't remember seeing any necklaces in the piles of goop that the other ones turned into. And the sort of magic that the Chaos Crystal is means that it shouldn't be destroyable. So it should have been left behind. But you don't recall seeing one.
Well, it's a good thing we're immune to those goddamn things.
The 3 of you are.
No, I know.
You are immune to them.
What
The
makes
one who
us immune
currently
to
has
them?
one
I don't
around his
understand
neck.
The blessing that Benjamin gave you when you first met him.
Oh shit.
But Squib was not there for that.
The angry boy that is Squib is going to be extra angry.
How many collect calls do you think we can make to Benjamin, you guys? Before he starts not accepting the charges. Does everyone get
think
that
he-
reference?
I did not.
I
Zach
think I've
doesn't
only
think you're
ever
in.
made one collect call ever.
Mom, come, I'm done. Come, give me really quick.
So my sister used to do. Mom, we're all set. Come pick me up. Click.
Will you accept the charges from Mom? I'm outside. Come quick up.
Man, we're
That's
old.
funny.
Yeah.
From a payphone.
Yeah.
I think Benjamin would only come to us in
Squib's bone.
dire
Poor Arendi is
circumstances.
like about to pass out. He has no spells left. And he just comes to find out that the dark wizard they've been chasing since Deep Home is here in the city.
Squib, do you know his name?
No, he just wants to use me as a toy again, and he probably wants to do the same with you guys too.
I mean, he did. I mean, Squib was number 6 to him.
Were you
So
part of the kids next door?
let's Rog, you got parchment and writing utensils, right? Let's make a list of all of our damn problems right now.
I have 11 sheets of paper.
We gotta defeat the dark wizard that we thought we were already done with. We gotta go to the mines. We gotta go find a dragon. I want to save Whisper's Edge. We gotta.
See, I'm giving you guys options.
But we want to do them all at once because we don't want the negative things to happen to the ones that we don't, or personally at least.
You also have to get justice for my mom.
Hey, Arindia, do you have any more uses of that eyeglass thingy you got?
I have plenty.
Can you see what this thing will do, or see if it'll work on this thing?
I
I'm
will
afraid to
not. I
wear
don't
this
want you to
thing.
break my thing I spent money on.
How much did you spend on it?
Actually, I think it may have been gifted to me. Actually, we took it as payment in lieu of.
We took it as payment
something
from the Thieves Guild rather
the-
than the bag of gold.
from the Thieves Guild.
Do we know how much that thing is worth?
Your reward was like 5,500 gold, so about that much. Right? There's just more things to add to the list. The dark wizard came back finally. You never saw him, never met him. You just knew he was there.
Wait, Squib, how did he talk to you?
Scoop's gonna point at where it was at. It was like he was over there. Everyone kind of froze, and he started talking to me, and there wasn't much I could do about it.
Do I see any suspicious characters where he pointed?
Nope.
Damn.
But
You
the
sh-
Chaos Crystal necklace is very new, and you recognize that.
And did we ever destroy those, or did we just turn them in?
You turned them in.
Do we know what they did with them?
They are not destroyable.
Oh, I guess that makes sense because they're chaos crystals.
Wait, who did we turn them into?
Like, originally they were in Vilgan,
Boergenth, that's right.
Yeah, it was Lord Collins, or I think.
which is probably where they still are in a vault somewhere. But that city is now the city of the undead.
And did we know if they were from the chaos crystal we found at Deep Home?
Yes,
Yeah, because that was
the
the
crystal,
rage one.
the crystal of fury. Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's the only one that we're
And-
immune from.
No,
We're
you're
not-
immune from the effects of all chaos crystals.
From all of them. Okay.
But yeah, it's been a hot minute since that. But yes, Benjamin showed up and was like, "Yeah, they can't be destroyed. It's amazing that they found a way to chip pieces off, and he didn't know how." That was one of the things he wanted you guys to find out way back in the day, as well as the other ones to protect them.
Maybe Darius would know.
He does seem to know about the chaos crystals.
We never asked about that either. Like, how does he know about them?
I mean, you sort of did. Remember his knowledge is passed down from Grandmaster to Grandmaster when you become the Grandmaster.
Oh, right. Yep.
And
I
so,
remember now.
yeah, he knows of them. He's never seen one in his age, but
Right.
Yeah, he has a ton of historical data.
He's like the Avatar.
sure.
Remember when he gets access to all the previous avatars?
Yeah, but he's not superpowered.
Oh,
Are we-
true.
He's just a master
Yes.
forge master.
Are we talking blue guys or a guy with an arrow on his head?
Arrow on his head.
A little bit of both.
Uh,
A little bit of both.
I don't know
I
anything.
can't
Blue
wait
guys
for
with blue
Avatar 2.
arrows.
I don't know anything about the Airbender guy.
Shape of Water. I'm pretty excited for it too.
I'm excited.
12 years
So
in the
is
making.
this necklace bigger than the one that Squib had on him, or that this new necklace that Squib has? I take it it's bigger than the one that he had on him before.
Then who had on him before?
When Squib was Dipshit's plaything, did he have a necklace on him?
No, you never
Or-
were part of that
Okay.
experiment.
Just don't do it.
Your brothers and sisters were,
Oh, okay.
but you were one of his special toys. Which is why you have crazy wild magic powers. So yes, you guys have a few things to work on.
Just a bit. Oh, I
And
forgot the big one.
we are the Lich King, getting rid of the king. It's just
Oh yeah, that doesn't even have the
overthrow King
overthrowing.
Miskasarn. I mean that encompasses the Lich King, the mines. That's about it.
Build out a quest tree. shall we?
You guys have a lot to do. No, and I'm giving you options on where you want to go next.
We don't want options, okay? This isn't Skyrim. We want a linear playthrough, okay?
You've had a pretty linear playthrough. I've railroaded you guys pretty hard, but now you've played long enough. You're level 10. You got to decide what you want to do.
We have
The
to
training
decide
wheels
who
have come off.
The training wheels have come off.
we have to decide who we want to perish horrifically and who we want.
Well, I
You don't
think
have to-
It's gonna be Squib. Squib's gonna die a
Just have him put him
painful and
back in the
slow
took-
death.
took-
if we don't do the dragon first, I think Squib is dead. So I think we should do that.
That is kind of priority number 1 right now. Yes, is getting the mask off of Squib.
And then
But the Dark Wizard just threw a wrench in that plan.
I love.
Yeah, but he's
having
just making him
cursed items.
angrier. I mean, he was already angry, right? It's what is it? He's gonna be raging all the time.
You don't know how it'll affect him. You don't know.
He was already raging all the time.
I'm gonna cast calm emotions on him. Does it do anything?
Roll a save against. Wait, yeah, it is a wisdom save, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Charisma
Wait,
save.
who are you casting calm emotions on?
You.
You.
I was like, Squib is fairly chill.
You think you?
I mean,
are.
all things considered.
I need you
true.
to make a charisma
That's-
saving throw.
Oh,
you cannot
charisma.
decide-
I'm okay with charisma.
You cannot decide to fail it because
Oh my
you-
god, he almost beat
he
it.
almost beat it, and you realize, Squib, you realize, oh man, like you had just been like slowly building. You were just like getting irritable and angry and pissed, and you had started to like clench your fists, like, God, I need to fucking hit something, and I don't care what it is. Like you were gripping the pommel of your sword, just grinding your hand on it, and like gnashing your teeth, and like, but they couldn't see it because it's behind the mask, and like, and you're just like, and then the calm emotions goes off, and you're like, oh, what? Like Squib is normally pretty chill until you go into rage and fight in a fight, but something was just, it was like nails on a chalkboard in the back of your mind, just slowly increasing in volume.
Oh, I
That-
noticed that him change demeanor.
Make an insight check. I don't think anybody has a super high passive insight.
No.
You wouldn't have noticed, no.
Well,
Although I guess Squib technically has to roll.
What would you like me to roll?
Deception. Yeah, you don't notice that his demeanor changed.
well, that poses a problem.
But Squib, you notice a difference immediately, and you can tell your friends if you want to, but you weren't able to say no automatically to calm emotions. That's one of the effects.
Squib's not entirely
Maybe we
sure
should
what
think
to
about
do
that.
about it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Your head
Oh,
over here.
this will be so much fun when I try to cut a swath
Yeah,
through
you're
the party.
doing it.
I think this is our.
See, this
think
was this was supposed to happen. The mask thing was not supposed to happen. It had a chance of happening, but it wasn't supposed to happen. This is part of Squib's backstory. The Dark Wizard was going to show up at some point, but we are now at 10:30 Eastern, and I have left you guys with a excessively overfloated mind of what the hell are we going to do next. So you guys get a week if you want to chat amongst yourself. We have a Discord to talk about what you would like to do if you care to think about it outside of our regular D&D hours. I understand that most people have lives, but
I don't.
but
I mean, so long as I'm not actively working, I'm usually on my phone.
yeah.
Me too. And even
So-
when I am working.
I can't really be on my phone and work at the same time. That
Yeah,
would be
that's kind of
a
illegal.
poor decision.
There's a law against that in Massachusetts.
So yes, you guys have some quests to do.
And it's not metagamey to be like out of character. Be like, this is what
If you
this
want
should
to
be
chit
our
chat about what you're doing, literally, I would just count that as, hey, you guys are hanging out in your hotel room,
in
talking
character.
about what you want to do next,
Okay,
rather than spending time role playing that during the session.
gotcha.
But
Okay.
yes, you can plan outside of, like, you can't do anything out. So you could be like, okay, we're planning on doing these things in this order. But it'd be like,
You get things in
okay.
Discord chat. Ben, we just went to the Hunters Guild, and
yeah, no, that's not how that works.
We just assassinated the king.
we all rolled 20s. It was fine.
It was fine.
Take a picture.
Squib-
I'll prove it.
Demon Lord's back in hell.
This is super easy.
Squib took his sword out and decided to go through the upper district to teach those humans that their racist ways were not good.
It
So he
died
decided
almost
to burn
instantly.
them.
I tamed a Tarask.
It is now my pet. His name is Jeffrey. I have taught him French.
You don't know if they're. I mean, you know Tarasks have existed in this world at some point, but you have never seen a live one
Yet.
You've seen a dead one.
Yeah, we saw the undead one at Vilgan.
Squib has not seen that,
Yeah.
but the rest of you saw the undead Tarask. Yes. Anyway,
Why am I so
I hope,
framing?
I don't know. I hope you guys all had fun today.
Sure did.
We're balls deep in
this
a
is
lot
great.
of lore right now. This was
Awesome.
kind of like my plan for Sevicern, more or less, was to do a lot of this stuff. But then, like I said, I was rushing through everything because we weren't playing, and I wanted the story to progress. So it's very helpful that we're playing a couple hours every week, so that way I can really flesh out the world.
Yeah, we're playing like what?
It was like once a month.
95 minutes every month.
Yeah, it was not great.
All right. Well,
I